Howdy, 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 everybody. Good morning. I am RJ Smith, and this thing of ours, or mine, is called the Crazy News Channel, and you are in the Crazy Podcast right now, folks. Welcome aboard. Good morning. It is Friday. Another week comes to a screeching halt as things heat up in the Middle East and around the world. Welcome aboard, everybody. Hit the like and the subscribe. This is a podcast where I go over some of the most crazy, stupid, insane, ridiculous news. And then we talk about it. Well, not yet, because I'm still building my. I'm building now. Forget about the 100,000 subscribers we got. Now I'm building my live stream. So, anytime you hit that button, subscribe, helps me a great freaking deal. I will tell you. Don't ask for money, so just hit the like button. So today, we have the women of Iran fighting back, taking it to the street, refusing to give in to the Ayatollah. That's our top story. But also, growing in the Gulf today, we have two more aircraft carriers on their way to the Middle East. That would be three aircraft carriers. More than 30 ships in assistance. And also, every aircraft carrier strike group comes with a nuclear submarine. So we have three submarines, I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. I have a brain injury. Sometimes it just goes away. Aircraft carriers, right. So there's a lot of firepower there right now. Last night, or actually an hour ago, I was looking on our flight tracker, and I want to show that to you because there was some, I would say some pretty good action this morning. I want to go to is this the flight radar? Maybe this one? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Let me see if I can still pull up what that was from this morning. Really crazy, guys. I mean, there are a lot of vehicles and stuff right now in the Persian Gulf. Let me lighten it up for you. How's that? A little bit better? Hey, you know what I like about this too? You see this, guys? You see that? See how it's dark here and light here? Because Flight Tracker 24, which I'm not affiliated with, I just like it. It shows you where it is day and night. So yeah, let's see what's going on there. Okay, Oceanic. All right. So this is what we got. This is live right now. Earlier, there was a bunch of U.S. military planes. I wish I was online at that time to show you guys what the hell's going on over there. Oh, Shadow 3. Okay, there you go. You got a military vehicle there. You've got one here, United States Air Force. You've got another one here, United States Navy. This is the aircraft carrier right here, folks. Or is it, right? No, this is a Triton. This is a U.S., I believe this is a Navy drone, right? Yeah, it's a drone. And what you can see here, oh man, why did we lose it? Come back here. It'll show you the actual flight path. You can see the drone keeps going around. This is obviously the Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf, the Arabian Sea. And this is where our aircraft carrier is right now at this moment. This is where all the action has happened, folks. Everything's going to go down right here. The United Arab Emirates are involved. They are doing defensive, so they are going to fire missiles and drones and all kinds of air defense stuff. Dubai doing the same thing. Saudi Arabia, the same thing. They are not allowing the United States and its allies to cross into their territory or leave from one of their bases. That's why we have three aircraft carriers that are going to be in the area. So this is the drone. It takes off from Abu Dhabi, and it goes up, and then it goes out. And this drone in particular, oh, here's another plane. Wow. What it does is it flies along the route and does intense surveillance. Look at that. So here's Iran. Here's Saudi Arabia and all the other, Bahrain and United Arab. This is our drone. Check that out, folks. They are collecting big time information on what Iran is doing. What's this here? We have another United States Air Force plane, and this one is a Globemaster. So transportation, whether it's transportation of helicopters or people or equipment. Yeah. So, wow, you can see it's heating up, man. It really is. RCH. Wow. Yeah, they're coming, man. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So, any day now, the U.S. and its allies are going to spring hell upon the Iranian regime, not the people. Let's get that straight. It's not the people we hate, even though the mullah keeps saying that because he wants to seem like, we're the enemy. But the Iranian people know that the free countries in the world are what they want. That's what they were before. Okay? So, just to get off of this right now, we have drones up and they are doing surveillance. They have sensors so strong that they collect everything that any equipment puts out, radar signatures, all kinds of satellite stuff. So they know where to hit. And all they're doing right now is getting their war machine lined up. So they are going to know exactly where to hit and at what point. And we'll cover this. We're going to keep this up and we're going to cover it all day. And if there's a change, we'll be here tonight. But as you can see, they are doing serious surveillance. And the planes are flying. So, yeah, it's heating up in the Middle East. But I wanted to talk to you guys this morning about this Melania Trump. Let me see something real quick. Okay, yeah. Sorry. So, as most of you probably already know, let me turn these off. I hate these things. As you probably know, Melania came out, I believe I don't know what kind of, damn it, I didn't check. Sorry, guys. But she came out with her own documentary. And it's kind of like what she went through standing by her husband over the last few years with all the chaos that went on. And look at what people are doing to. People are doing this to the goddamn film posters. My husband kills kids. That's what that was. It's just insane. Crossing out her name, putting a Nazi mustache below her nose and above her lip, Xing her out. I mean, this is just absolute lunacy, folks. Imagine if someone, I don't know, independent or Republican or whatever, imagine if they did this. If, let's just say Joe Biden came out with a freaking movie and we did this. It would be, oh my God, it would be the end of the world. Well, let's check this out. I thought this was pretty nasty. To be honest with you.
Vandalism targeting images of First Lady Melania Trump forcing LA Metro to make some changes. The buses with Melania ads for her new documentary will be relocated. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez live in Pasadena with that story. Christina.
Yeah, and we are in Pasadena because you're not going to be able to see any of these buses anywhere in the San Fernando Valley. You got to start out here if you want to see them. I know a lot of people online who are Melania supporters pretty upset about this, but Metro is saying that out of concern for the safety, not only of their buses, but for their, the people riding them, that they had to make some changes. Here, take a look. Metro buses featuring ads promoting First Lady Melania Trump's new documentary are being reassigned after San Fernando Valley bus stops ended up vandalized. We've covered up the expletives over some of the posters. One reading, quote, "Melania is in the Epstein files." Another one with a painted mustache.
Hey, let me just come in about that since I want to bring it up, the Epstein files. Remember how badly I believe it was Democrats, how badly they wanted the Epstein files to come out, right? Trump was going to be this and Trump was going to be that. And what happened when the Epstein files came out? It was all about Bill Clinton with pictures of young girls. But notice, nobody's talking about the Epstein files anymore. The Democrats don't want anything to do with it now because it showed totally the opposite of what they were expecting.
Under the First Lady's nose, and the words Eva Braun, the name of Hitler's longtime lover.
She represents part of what's going on, right? So if you have, let's say, Hitler's wife, and make a movie about her, I don't think people.
But this is not Hitler, sir. This is not Hitler. You understand? It's not Hitler. Hitler killed millions and millions of Jews. Hitler tortured millions and millions of Jews. They put them in ovens and they killed them. He tried to conquer the entire world by putting everyone under the thumb of Nazi Germany and taking over their countries. Well, maybe the last part kind of sounds like what's going on right now with Trump, but he's actually taking out dictators. Okay, so a Nazi, a fascist, taking out dictators. Why would they do that? If you're just going to be a fascist, if you're just going to be Nazi, where is the Nazism here? I don't see how the comparison goes, but maybe he'll tell us.
People are going to be happy about her either, even though she didn't do anything wrong.
Reaction from bus riders, many not surprised Melania's movie, about to be released this week, is being targeted.
Giving damage to public transport and public property isn't the best idea, but I do definitely understand where people are coming from.
What do you mean you understand? Why do you understand? And you understand why people are doing graffiti on county and state property? That's a crime. I'm just saying, folks, it's a crime. Nobody is denouncing it.
Metro says the ads have been on their buses for over 3 weeks. But with the recent rise of tensions over ICE operations and shootings in Minnesota, they've seen a sharp spike in bus stop vandalism, especially since last weekend.
I think that's a valid one, honestly. Not vandalizing, but be able to express their discomfort with what's going on.
Well, you can do that by not, messing up people's property. Okay, those posters and those buses belong to someone. That's a crime. And they should be charged. But it's California. They're not going to charge anybody.
The vandalism is not limited to buses. This video from the activist group in Decline, where you see someone illegally defacing a Melania billboard on Venice Boulevard. The group says they are not taking responsibility for the bus stop vandalism, only for the billboard.
Oh, a billboard showing the First Lady taking a crap on the flag. Wonderful, beautiful, right? Nice, very nice.
Now, I have put in the client's full statement, which is extensive, on our website at foxla.com. I have not heard back from Melania from the...
Yeah, Fox LA. Why would she call you? Of course you're not going to hear back from Melania. She's a First Lady. She's above your pay grade. You could care less about what you're saying. Besides, you're in Los Angeles. Oh, okay, this is happening. I want to get off that now. I just want to go over this. There have been 4 great white shark attacks. Yes, 4. Count them. In New South Wales. And I have a video. It's not too long. What is it? 3 minutes? So let's just check it out. If it gets boring, I'll stop it. But this is pretty amazing. I want you guys to see this, All right. Here we go. The great white sharks are attacking the world. Sharks on airplanes. They did that already, right? Snakes on airplanes.
Now, there's been another shark attack in New South Wales, the 4th attack in 3 days. Let's go live to Crystal Wu at Manly Beach. Crystal, what do we know about this developing news?
Kieran, we've just received this breaking news from the mid-north coast. A surfer in the mid-north coast has been bitten by what is believed to be a bull shark.
Oh, a bull shark. Okay, sorry, I thought it was great whites.
That's near Lake Macquarie Port Macquarie in New South Wales. Now, it's believed he's been transferred to hospital, but a large chunk of his surfboard has been bitten. Breaking news just in from the mid-north coast papers. That's the 4th shark attack in just 3 days. The
4th attack in 3 days. You think the sharks are hungry? Maybe there's not enough food in this water because everybody's overfishing. That has a lot to do with many things that sharks do. When they can't find their natural prey, they go looking for something to eat. And humans, are on the freaking menu.
Third happened here at Manly Beach last night when a 27-year-old man from Wollongong was bitten in the calf. He suffered severe injuries
In the
and
calf.
he underwent surgery in hospital last night.
In hospital.
It was just past 6 p.m. here at Manly. There were only 3 people in the water when he was attacked by a shark. Now, 2 surfers who were not known to him saw what happened. They swam up towards him and helped him paddle back to shore. We spoke to a witness who was one of the first responders at the scene. He ran to his car and grabbed a leg rope, and there he applied pressure onto his wound.
A leg rope. That's I
applied the leg rope as a
tourniquet,
tourniquet
folks.
on his leg. Maxie got down and made sure he stayed awake, and Mikey was on the phone. He was conscious when he got to the shore, but when they picked him up, he passed out. But I mean, he fought the whole way in. The 2 surfers that picked him up were absolute heroes.
We also heard from New South Wales paramedics. They said the surfer lost a significant amount of blood. 13 units was administered into his system as he was on his way to the hospital. Now, also announced today that all northern beaches will be closed for the next 48 hours.
You didn't tell us if he lived or not.
That's because of the water. The stormy, murky water has really created the perfect conditions for shark contact, and therefore no swimming, no surfing here for the next 48 hours. The Surf Lifesaving CEO had this message for anyone who does plan to get in the water.
If you make a decision, let me put it this way, if you make a decision after 3 shark incidents in 24 hours...
In 24 hours?
Attributed to dirty, murky, brackish water...
And the reason why there's more attacks in murky water is because sharks primarily go off of their scent, right? They have some vision, but it's not that great, right? It's not their primary. And if it's murky, they really can't see as well as to what they are attacking. So that makes sense, right?
And you want to go surfing or swimming in that, that's your decision, your safety decision. Unfortunately, if an event does occur, you are going to put emergency responders' lives and safety in danger if they do have to enter the water.
Forget about their lives. If you go in the water, you're done. It's over. So, come on, girl.
It was 3 shark attacks in 2 days, and now it's 4 shark attacks in 3 days. The first happened on Sunday in Vaucluse when a 12-year-old boy was bitten by a shark jumping off a rock at Shark Beach. He remains in hospital in a critical condition. Yesterday at DY, just up the coast from here, an 11-year-old was out in the water when a large chunk of his surfboard was bitten. Last night, this here at Manly Beach. Now, former Prime Minister Tony Abbott has called on for the government to bring back commercial fishing. He wrote in a statement, 3 shark attacks in 3 days in Sydney.
That's crazy. But you know what? It's happening more and more. Even here in Florida, we're having more and more. Forget more and more. We're having more shark attacks than we usually have. It's just the, that's what's going on. I mean, what can you do about it? As for me, I live in Florida, as I've said a million times, and I am not going into the water where they have big teeth. Not happening. Not going to happen. All right, so here's our next story. This is breaking today. DOJ files federal charges against a man accused of squirting Rep. Ilhan Omar with apple cider vinegar. Vinegar? That's what he's going to go to prison for? You dumbass. Say freaking dumbass.
Announcing today it's filed charges against the man accused of spraying Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar with a mixture of water and apple cider vinegar. These charges carrying multiple years in prison if found guilty.
Yeah.
The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joins us. And Jeff, along with these charges, new details about the alleged attacker are also being shared. Break down what we know tonight.
So NBC News reporting 55-year-old Anthony Kazmierczak, the man charged in connection to this attack, had made multiple posts on his social media account supporting President Trump, criticizing Democratic lawmakers, and at least one post mocking Omar. The Justice Department charging him with forcibly assaulting, opposing, impeding, and intimidating an officer or employee of the United States. The charges stemming from this incident right here at a Minneapolis town hall Tuesday.
I love how she runs after him like she's going to do something. I mean, come on, guys. Really? Really? Is that how we're doing it now? Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. But that's what's going on.
Day night when he allegedly charged at Omar using a syringe to spray her with vinegar. President
Why?
Trump without evidence telling ABC News after.
There it is. President Trump without evidence. Because everything that this particular president does has no evidence. It's all phony. It's him just making things up. They're so dishonest, right? I mean, really.
The attack, Omar may have staged it. Omar then responding on Wednesday.
Well, the difference between the president and I is that I was raised to be a decent human being, and
No, you were raised Muslim. You believe that all white men should be executed, like you said. White men should be removed from the country. Remember that? Remember that?
My faith teaches me to have compassion, and he lacks both of those things.
Now, Omar was not.
Actually, folks, he does not. Okay, don't listen to that bullshit. Go look at some videos they won't show you. Go online. President Trump, kids. President Trump with black people. He's doing all these things for people. All he's trying to do, I believe, is get these illegal, violent felons out of our country. So now that Minneapolis has come to an agreement with the White House to allow ICE into their jails and prison to get criminal aliens when they're done with their sentences, that's what most states do, folks. This is the normal procedure. You go to jail, you get convicted. If you are an immigrant, you get sent back. That's in the federal law. It's not something that Trump created. It's been there forever. Obama's used it. Bill Clinton's used it. George Bush, George H.W., but everybody's used it. But they don't like this guy.
Not physically injured in the attack and did continue with that town hall. Her office saying the liquid stained her clothes and may have hit her face and also her right eye. If convicted, Kazmierczak could face a misdemeanor charge, which carries a maximum of 1 year in prison, but that sentence could skyrocket to 8 years if he's found guilty of making physical contact with the congressman.
Yeah, well, he's going to get found guilty. This is going to end in a plea, folks. Nobody in their right mind is going to go against the feds. When you are on video charging at her with a syringe and then spraying it at her, you're pretty much going to prison. Just think about this. By the time you get out of prison, guess what? None of these politicians will be in office anymore. And you have just done 8 years for what? Stupid. Whether it's the Trump side or the other side, doesn't matter. Stupidity is stupidity every single time. Ay, cabrone, huh? Judge removed in Alicia Andrews' case. Today is a national strike. It's going to be no King's Day again because there is no king in the White House, but we're going to have a no Kings protest all over the country, funded by who knows who. Ridiculous. Watch this. It's untenable.
Well, this morning, a national strike movement and a wave of protest that will play out right here in the Bay Area today.
Yeah, organizers are asking people across the country to skip work, school, even shopping as part of a growing pushback against ICE activity in communities. And hundreds of demonstrations are planned, including 2 here in the Tampa Bay area. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Asha Patel is live for us in Tampa this morning. And Asha, you have an update on what people plan to do today.
Yeah, good morning, Caitlin and Jamison. One is actually planned right here on Kennedy Boulevard, and it's expected to happen in a few hours at 11. Now, organizers say this movement sparked after 2 people were killed by federal agents in Minneapolis, and that caused a lot of anger and raised a lot of questions. So this strike is asking and urging people to skip work, school, and shopping to put pressure on lawmakers.
Oh, yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to skip work. I'm not going to work. I'm going to go to this King's protest. I would fire your ass. If you worked for my company, you'd be gone. Simply done. You want to go what? A King's protest? You got work to do. What are you talking about? You need to do your work. If you want to go there, then become a paid protester. If you want to keep your job, get back to work.
and federal agencies over immigration enforcement. Student groups and activists who organize this say ICE operations and state policies are impacting families, workers, and students in their own neighborhoods. Locally, one protest is expected to begin around 11 a.m. in Tampa, with another one scheduled tonight for 6 p.m. in St. Pete at Veterans Memorial Park. Another day of protests is set for tomorrow, and organizers say more is expected to come in the coming months. Now, we will be monitoring these protests, and I want to also mention that law enforcement is aware about these protests happening, and they say that they are going to be monitoring those events.
Wow. There's nothing I can really say about that, folks. Put down in the comments below, what do you think about this? The thing that gets me, right, about, now you have the right, of course, to protest. In America, you just do. But what you don't have a right to do is spray paint buses with people's image on it. You don't have a right to damage property. You don't have a right to light things on fire or break into stores like they did the other day in Minneapolis. All of these things, and they talk about January 6th. Think about that. This has been going on for almost a year now. But nobody's comparing it to, like, socialism or anything like that. It's all good, as long as they, protest. It doesn't matter as long as nobody gets shot. All right, check this out. Yesterday, I told you that I had a video of drones hitting our electronic wall along the border. And I brought it up because a lot of people are telling me, oh my God, the Iranians are going to kill our people. They're going to sink our warships and our aircraft carriers. Yeah. With drones, right? With the Shahed drones. It's not going to happen, folks, because look, this is what happens. Now, this is just border patrol. We're talking about military has 10 times this. Watch what happens to these things when they try to cross the border. Yeah.
It is the largest.
Yeah, that is United States. So I'm not worried about drones. I'm really not. We have stuff that people don't even have any inkling that we could all have. Now, let's get to Iran, because this is huge, right? They're saying now that it could be more than 75,000 people who were killed by the regime of their own people. Ay, cabron. Okay, so Khomeini emerges from his bunker. He visits the holy city to decide America's fate. He's going to decide our fate. This guy. Our fate. Not his fate, our fate. Secret bunker. It's not very secret, folks. Believe me. Look at this. Unbelievable. These are all propaganda, pictures, videos released. Because, they're just going to say, oh, he's a good Muslim. Oh, he's praying. Oh, he's a good guy. Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, check out that headline. Is that not fucking funny or what? So, Iran to pull the trigger after Khomeini prayed. Did he get like a direct message from Allah, that telling him it's okay, go do it? But who prays and then, goes to war? Come on.
Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has made an unexpected visit to the holy city of Qom, according to reports by JFeed. During his visit, Khamenei stopped at the Jamkaran Mosque and paid respects at the shrine of Fatima Masumeh, two of Qom's most significant religious sites, JFeed reported. These developments were first highlighted by JFeed, an Israeli news outlet, which cited
There's something I would like you to notice here, is that this crazy individual, there's nobody else praying in the mosque. They shut down the mosque. They only let him in. We don't even know if it really is a mosque. I mean, it could be green screen. We don't know what this is, but it's definitely propaganda.
Journalists and observers commenting on the possible significance of the visit. The Jam Karen Mosque has long stood as a powerful symbol of faith and national identity in Iran, drawing pilgrims and carrying.
And there they go again, the media. National identity. No, the people of Iran don't go with that. They are not Muslim. They want freedom. It's so amazing how the media just repeats the Iranian regime's propaganda. Notice that? Just like they do here.
Deep religious significance. Observers note that Khamenei's low-profile pilgrimage was not publicly announced and is believed to have lasted only a short time. His visit to the revered Mosque of the Hidden Imam comes at a moment of heightened tensions between Iran, the United States, and Israel.
It's a little more than that. Yeah, it's a little more than that, folks. Listen, I heard yesterday on somebody's show, they were talking about that Trump is just bluffing. Look, no president, okay, sends $1 trillion worth of fighting equipment to an area, which is costing now $23 million every day, just for a bluff. It's not a bluff, folks. He's doing exactly what was being done in Venezuela, preparing so that when they come and they hit, they won't even know it. Right after we leave, by the way, then the Israelis are going in. So this is going to be a prolonged campaign until Ayatollah Khomeini is dead. That's the only way. You got to get rid of him. There's no other way. Or you give him to his people and let the people try him and sentence him to death. That's what I would do. Yeah, there's no speculation. He's trying to, make good PR right there. What is this? Oh, okay, yeah, you got that for me? All right. So, okay, I can know what this is now. Viewer discretion, guys, here, please, a lot of it, because this is going to be a little bit crazy. This video is from Radio Free Europe, and it shows at least one Iranian woman being beaten by the IRGC security forces for not having a head thing. Watch this. Viewer discretion, guys. Look at the machete in the guy's hand. I mean, these are just bullies, right? Look, dragging her away. What does that remind you of? Diddy, right? That's a Diddy. He's pulling a Diddy. Not funny. So yeah, they are actually rounding up the protesters. They are identifying them. They are outright murdering them, or they are executing them. For nonviolent protests, can you imagine if the protesters from Minneapolis were in Iran? Holy mackerel, it'd be like a mass execution. Fuck. Look at her. You can see the fear in her eyes, the poor thing. God. Look at the sticks. Look at this. They're just hitting people over the head. Guys, I don't know any religion that does this. This is just... this has got to be like a religion of demons, right? Because who else does this kind of stuff? God. So we're making good progress today. This was a woman stripped, forced to move dead bodies inside Iran to avoid being murdered. Can you believe that? So normal people off the street, women, are being told to clear the streets of dead people. The women.
Flowing, not with criminals, but with protesters. Sports halls turned cells, hospitals into holding pens, families cut off. Bodies reportedly piled in silence, Human rights groups warn of systematic killings hidden behind locked doors.
Look at all these bodies, folks.
As arrests soar into the tens of thousands, one terrifying question remains: how many won't make it out alive? Iran's prison system is grappling with the weight of an unprecedented wave of arrests following the latest phase of the Iranian Revolution.
Wow.
With reports of severe overcrowding, torture, denial of medical care, and enforced disappearances raising alarm over the fate of thousands of detainees. Information obtained by Iran International suggests that the situation inside Iran's prisons and detention centers is no longer a matter of rising intake alone. Multiple facilities have exceeded their nominal capacity to such an extent that minimum detention standards have effectively collapsed.
Look at that. Now that's a fucking prison there. That's
Unconventional spaces, including
Look at
sports
this.
halls, public buildings, and schools.
You know what this reminds me of? Tell me if I'm right, folks. This reminds me of the CET place down in, I forgot already. The South America country where they have that new prison that is just like this. They stack them in there and they just sit in there with no TV, no nothing for years and years and years.
Are now being used for imprisonment, detention, and interrogation. Sources and families told Iran International that there is a pattern of mistreatment, systematic denial of medical treatment, severed contact with relatives, and transfers to illegal detention sites operating outside the supervision of the prison's organization.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I think this is why actually Trump wants to go in, because of all the people that are being murdered. Not about oil. It's not about any of these nonsensical things they try to convince us of. What is this? Okay, this is an article. This is the Jerusalem Post. Can you see it? Yeah. Let me move that over a little bit. All right, right there. The regime's crackdown only strengthened Iran's protesters, as the IRGC, which is, the thought police, the morality police. One young woman, Nazli Janparvar, wrote her will before heading out to fight till freedom. Wow, these people really want their freedom, man. Nearly 20 days have passed since Iran was completely cut off from external communications, despite the bloody suppressing of massive demonstrations against the government. During the independent medical sources estimate that 30,000 people, 30,000, and likely more were killed. As I've been telling you all along, I know some of you didn't think I had the right information, but here it is. The streets of most Iranian cities remain under de facto martial law, and from what I'm hearing is they are literally being killed if they come out of their house. With armored vehicles and heavily armed units of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps deployed across urban areas. Check this out. This is the Jerusalem Post. How Iran would shatter. Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I don't want to play that because we're just getting redundant on that. We're just waiting on Iran and Israel and the U.S. to come in. Now, I've been telling you about this channel called Tusi TV. You can see right there, all you got to do is scan that little barcode right there. And he's really an awesome individual, tells the truth. He's the best source, really, for any type of Iranian news. He has a podcast a couple times a day, gives updates, and it's amazing. The stuff that he puts out that is real, you don't see that in our media here in the West, specifically in America. And I told you yesterday about this freedom song that is taking over the world right now. And it was written in response to the aggression of the regime against all of the people. And check this out. There are subtitles, so you know exactly what's being sung. Check this out. But you know what? The hook is pretty cool too. And again, this is 2C TV. Go over there and check them out on YouTube. And I believe they have a website.
خود مرا گرفته
Free the Iranian people. This is what they're singing in the streets of Iran. Love this hook. Revolution, baby.
Right, okay, we might have to hang on. Right. Okay, so
and there it goes, it repeats again. I don't want to play any more of that because, it's this channel. Go over there and check it out. 2C TV. Awesome channel. You're going to love it. I promise. And of course, with that, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to go ahead and refresh the map, see what's going on over there. We have a bunch of new planes. What's this probably? This is going to be a drone. Yep, this is a drone. It's an MQ-4 Reaper Triton. So that, yeah. Remember we looked at this a second ago. It's still going. Look at this. And the planes. Here we have a United States Navy plane. Bangladesh Navy. Yeah, Shadow 3. Don't really know what that is because you can see they have no information. It's probably, I would say, a surveillance plane. Another United States Air Force. United States Air Force, another one. You can see they're all headed now. They're all headed in the direction of Iran. So that's one. These are coming from our another one. Another one. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's heating up, I would say, in the Middle East. That's 4 military planes we just caught right now during this short review. There's another Shadow. That's another drone of ours. Bangladesh. CVN, that's another United States Navy. That's a Hercules. It's one of those huge planes that we have where you can fit tanks in there. And it's just unbelievable. That thing is so big. If you've never seen one, wow, you got to see it before you drop dead because it's freaking cool. All right, we have this red one. That's a CVN. That's Hercules there. There's another one with another. Here we go, folks. Another military plane. This is an Atlas. So another, what do you call it? Carrier. Unident. There's another plane that they're not giving information up on. So you can see things are way more heated than yesterday, right? There's another one. There's another drone. This is an MQ-4 Triton. So it's heating up, folks, in the Middle East. I will keep an eye on this for you. We are looking at Iran, waiting to hear what is going to happen. And we'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. to give you an update and some other stories, too. I hope you had a good one. Folks, like, subscribe. Not a big thing, right? That's all I ask you for, guys. It's really important. And if you want to share it, great. See you at 9 o'clock. I'll have some fresh stories, and we'll have updates on what's happening in Iran and also what's happening with the Trump administration. Talk to you really soon in just a few hours.